Hey, good morning. That tub is so slippery. We got a calf that got in there and you can tell she can't get out. This is an issue you really have to be worried about. Problem is she's just big enough that I don't know that I can ease up there and grab her. There's her mama. At least she hadn't left her. I don't know if I can put a little pressure on her, but I don't want her to tear the float up. Trying to get out. If she'll just be easy, she might make it. Ugh. See, the ground is, I mean, slippery. Shoot. I don't know if I can grab her and jerk her out or not. See? She just can't get out. Easy, girl. Easy. Easy. Easy, girl. I just need to help her get her front feet over. I'm gonna have to put the camera down and see if I can't get that done. Okay, I got her out. She's obviously been in there all night. Her back legs are she's kind of bow-legged from it. Hopefully she'll come out of it. She's been sliding, I'm sure, all night. She needs to just rest. Oh, poor girl. I was able to get her front leg and just jerk her over real quick so her head didn't go under. I thought that other cow was her mama, but that other cow must have just been checking on her. There's her mama, that Corianne. Just stop walking, sister. Just let her recover. She needs to just rest a minute. It's probably good that she's walking. Okay. Here's a little calf that I pulled back, that I brought back from the other pasture this morning. She's trying to nurse the bull. That's one of 984's bull calves. Her mama is in here. They just gotta show up. You keep yelling. You keep yelling, baby. If I find out who this one's mama is, man, she is gone. That old cow right there's got no bag. Let's just see if that's it. There's the Huckleberry cow. Right behind her is the Huckleberry bull calf. He still looks pretty good. 100% Mashona. I'm down here in the cows, and I'm just kind of walking along through them here, looking for cows that will sort off here in the next 30-40 days, because they're either open or they haven't had their calf yet. This will be the 4th year that we've kind of had to deal with the drought situations here late, and I don't know that we couldn't make it through the winter with what we have. But, you know, it's one of those things, if you've got cows that are doing it consistently, why would you keep cows that aren't? Or that for whatever reason didn't bring anything to the table. So I'm just walking through here, taking a look at everything and just getting a rough ballpark of maybe how many I could sort off. And, you know, there's going to be a few. There's probably going to be a pot full at least. So that'd probably be around 40, 45, something like that. Maybe 48. Depends on what they weigh. Anyway, I'm strolling through here taking a look. See this blue tag right here? She doesn't have one. The orange tag to her left doesn't have one. Blue tag is she's probably an 8, a 2018 model. Just judging from her looks, if she's gonna let me look, or she doesn't have a brand. And I'm sitting here looking at another one right here. That may have been the orange tag that was standing there. I think it is. Orange tags will be a 5-year-olds. So, you know, there's some in here. That's good and that's bad. Yeah, that old blue tag's gonna be an 8. Here's another one just like her, that has a baby. She's a 2018, so she is a 6-year-old. So she would be ideal. Here she is right here. She'd be ideal. This old cow right here, she should have one. She does not, but you can tell by looking at her, she's fixing to have one. But she's got a bad bag. I mean, we could really do some fine tuning on some cows. And cut some out, that some of them we've just been letting slide because we had the extra pasture and all that kind of stuff, and or we missed them last year. Or they're a younger cow. This white tag over here, she's a 3, should be a 3-year-old. But I can see her bag from here and she doesn't have one. So that'll be a decision as far as how many we have that come open. And the reason we cut, you know, 3-year-olds and under a little bit of a break is because they may have got bred late the first time and or the second time. And so when we're pulling bulls, it puts them out of cycle. So if it looks like they have one in them, then they get a free pass for a while in here. But at some point, they got to get back on cycle. And we haven't quite mastered that. If anybody has any ideas on that, I mean, we started pulling the bulls sooner, and that should help. But even then, it's kind of hard to get them back over. Old red cow. Questionable. She's definitely going to be an older cow. 6-year-old. Yeah, she may have one. Her baby might have just nursed her down. Yeah, she's wet. These double red tags are really old for the herd we have now. They're going to be 8, 9, something like that. But she's wet. That double red tag right there is. Michonne and her baby. They just decided to just fall over and sleep. The mama's gonna get up. get up, baby? Huh? You gonna get up? So red cow right here. She would be kind of last on the list. She may be wet, I don't know. I don't know that she is, but she looks more like she's fixing the calve to me. So she would be one that would be last on the list. Versus one that's dry and not heavy bred like she looks, judging by her belly. Let's get a look at your belly, girl. Huh? Let's get a look at your belly. Walk up a little bit. She's real close. But in all fairness, she ought to just go. So it depends on how. There goes a pig over there. I'm in here walking through the cows, and she didn't expect to see me in here. That's funny. Anyway, like I was saying, in all fairness, something like that ought to go. But financially, it might not be the best decision right now. Because you take her to the sale, they're probably, even if she's heavy bred like that, they'll price her at pound. They'll pound her out, even though she's a 6-year-old, which is not that bad. They'll pound her out, and then someone will buy her for a sale back, with on a killer price. And they'll sell the calf in the spring or in the middle of the summer. And the calf will probably bring, $1,000 to $1,500. So I better hold on to her. They were just fine until I started getting close to the gate, and they saw me walking, then they just started coming. So we're gonna head back. Okay, well, I got a little bit of a look, but it's hard to tell how many, and sometimes if you don't catch them at the right time of day, those old calves will have them sucked down pretty good, and it makes it more difficult to tell. But there's going to be some that we can go with. We kept 130 heifers. So we had already planned on going with 65 cows just to kind of offset that, just to kind of maintain our stocking rate. And so that's going to be a little bit over a pot. I was thinking of that on the way when I was walking down here looking. So that's going to be a little over a pot. So I'll need to either increase that or decrease it. I don't want to have to get a truck and a 10th or an 8th. That'll be cost prohibitive. I think it cost around $1,000 to get a truck to go from here to the sale barn. So there's that fuel. Love those fuel prices. Everything's going up. I got up here and the old cows they dip their nose in the water and walk around, dip their nose in the water, walk around, dip the nose in the water, walk around. And they wouldn't ever start drinking. And so I came up here and held the float down. And this one old cow right here close to me just started guzzling it after it ran for a little bit. And so I was trying to figure out what might be going on. There's a lot of things that might be going on. You know, we had that heifer that was stranded in here yesterday and last night. I'm sure she peed all in it, among other things. And then also I had just worked on this water system before I put them in here. And so there might have still been some debris or something in the, you know, the glue should be dry, the cleaner should be dry. You just don't ever know. You know, the PVC, new fittings may have a funny smell or taste to them, but once I started running this water, then they started drinking. So I'm just running it all the way to the top here for them, and to see if they'll start drinking. And once they get excited and drink, they'll keep it running themselves probably. But I really think most of it was caused by that heifer that got hung in here. And I saw her a minute ago again, and she's still walking pretty bow-legged, but I think she'll get over it. I'm gonna go ahead and run it till it probably starts trickling over right there, just barely. Well, we're still kind of observing the cows and just trying to get a mental note of the ones that need to come out. During that process, we're working our way back around on the rotation to get them back towards the pens, or at least where we'll sort some off. This is that move where we move down across the creek for the first time, or the river, the big creek. And so the most difficult thing is that old adage of trying to keep the babies with the cows, having to leave the gate open so they can go back and get them if their baby didn't come, all that kind of mess. So it turns into a little bit of a management crisis, because we need to move them pretty fast. And they just, typically they end up going back if you're off a little bit on your anticipation of what kind of feed they have in the pasture you just put them into. So we're just working our way through that. It's one of those things where you're observing and adjusting as you go along. And you just make adjustments and you make it work. So this is always, I like this move. It's always a pretty move down through this creek. And so I'll video a little bit of it this morning. But once we move in here, we are headed back south, which they will probably want to go that direction because a front hit last night and it's pretty cold for us. 40s. Feels like 30s. If the wind starts blowing, it's going to be a wind chill of 30s. Yay. That red cow right there is a Mashona Angus. I used to have her mom in with the, look at that pig. Look at those pigs going with the cows. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. I think they're a cow. Good grief. Those are not cows, guys. I wish you ladies would just run them off. Anyway, that red cow that went by, she's back down that way now. her mama used to run with the straight Mashona, and so she would get bred to a Mashona bull every year. That's one of her babies. Nice little cow, right size, right. She needs to be over with the Mashona Angus. She'll eventually become part of that herd because they'll all become part of this herd. Look at these pigs. That is just crazy. I know they can hear me. Isn't that funny? Some of them are going north, upstream down there. You can see them way down there in the distance. That's okay if they're going to graze the banks of this thing a little bit. We're not going to be here, but this section is going to roll into the next section, so it's going to be a couple of days. Hopefully, they will stay over here. There goes one of the bulls. Hopefully they will stay over here and not go back. I know there's going to be a few that will for their babies, but we need them to just stay over here. So we'll see. This is kind of a unique deal right here. All these cows, a bunch of them are coming to this little hole right here to drink. There must be something right there that they like. I've really kind of been observing how they're drinking lately, specifically because I've been working on that water tub, and I don't think I videoed any of that, but they're coming up to my water tubs and they're touching their nose in the water, and they'll touch it, move while they're doing it, touch it, and they never really, bear down and start drinking. And so there's something that they're not liking. And I'm talking fresh water that the tub is just filled from the well. So I don't know quite what that's about. But there's something in there that I need to figure out what's going on there. Now, if they get desperate, they're going to go in there and drink. And eventually they'll drink. But they ought to just roll up there and bury their face and just guzzle and go on. So there's something that they don't like about that. I don't quite know what it is. But I'm observing, and I'll eventually maybe figure it out. Here comes one of my 984 bulls. Come on, buddy. Woo! Come on. Woo! That's one of the young bulls. Hey. Hey. Woo! There he's gonna go on down, attaboy. He doesn't quite know what to do. We got a little bit of a bottleneck up here on the hill down towards the bank. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Well, I figured it out. We got a couple of rebel rousers there, making it where the ladies don't want to come down there till that kind of is over and resolved. We'll see if we can't help them a little bit here. guys break it up. Break it up. Go on. Go on now. Somebody go. Hey, somebody go. Go on. Maybe the possum. No, it's not. Go on. We're gonna go together. Woo! Come on. He's gonna move on out. The other one's gonna come here with him. Woo! Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Woo! Need these ladies to go on. Come on, let's go on. Big old long-legged cow. She's one that's gonna go. She's a hit list cow for sure. This is the Mashona here with her baby. Why don't you go on? Why don't you go on? Why don't you go on? Go on. Hey. Woo! There you go. Woo! Why don't you just go on? Woo! Go on. Woo! Careful. Yeah. He says that those thorns hurt. Woo! Come on. And now they're gonna come on. The bottleneck is fixed. I just gotta watch. I gotta watch this dude behind me. Hey, hey, where you going? Oh, she's got a little baby somewhere. Woo! Come on. Go get him. She's got a little bitty brand new baby somewhere. 22 Blue. I got you on the... She has a habit of not sticking with it. And so she is on the list. Woo! Come on. A lot of what's going on here is the cows will come up here to where they know there's a gate. This is the gate that they're going through into the timber. And they'll wait. If they've got a baby, a lot of times they'll wait because they want to make sure they're up here. So you see you got this old red cow. She's sitting here waiting. She's got several babies there kind of waiting around her. All the rest of these are waiting and or bringing their babies. And they want to let the chaos kind of go through that funnel before they bring their baby and have a chance of losing it or misplacing it or having it get confused. You see that a lot, especially with newer babies. As they get older, they'll just kind of walk on and not worry about them. So that's kind of what's going on right now. I'm going to have to just leave them here in a minute. I got other things I got to do. Come on. Hip, hip. Come on, girl. All right, they're gonna have to work it out. You've never heard me say that before, have you? And they will. So we'll go from there. There's old 22, she found her. She's got a little heifer baby. You know, it just takes them some time to get them gathered up. And she's being a good mama. The bottom line is we are moving them back towards the pens to get rid of some more cows. Not because we want to, because we're gonna have to. So thanks for watching, and next time we'll be further down the river making that track. Bye.